Acha. Okay. So good afternoon, students. Hope you all are fit and fine. Right? Huh? Okay, super. So from today onwards, we are going to start art and culture class. So regarding art and culture, if we talk about the weightage of art and culture in UPSC, in prelims, it may ask minimum of 2 questions or a maximum of 5 questions from art and culture. And regarding mains, I hope you know that art and culture is a part of GS paper 1. Okay. So regarding mains, hardly they'll ask 3 to 4 questions from art and culture. Okay. And like 5 marks question for 100 words or 10 marks questions for 200 words. That type of question generally they ask in from art and culture. Okay. And regarding art and culture, there is one famous author, Nitin Singhania. Okay. Nitin Singhania art and culture is, I can't say it is totally sufficient, but it can be a standard book. It can considered as a standard books for preparation of art and culture for UPSC. Okay. Apart from Nitin Singhania, we have notes also like NIOS, National Institute of Open School. Their MCOM notes are there. Okay, art and culture. There also we can get the detail about literature, especially the medieval India literature. So that is also helpful for you. Then apart from that, current affairs. Okay, last 4 years current affairs. Okay, in the last 4 year current affairs, any dance, whether it is a classical dance or folk dance, which are in current affairs, okay, there is a chances, there is a highly chance that those questions will ask in UPSC. Okay, and regarding art and culture in the UPSC point of view, so art and culture will start right from the IVC, because IVC people were, I hope you have studied in ancient history, they were well advanced, they have a town planning. Okay, economically also they are well advanced, even what you call socially also they are well advanced, and even the in terms of architecture as well as the culture also they are very advanced. So in today's class we are going to discuss about IVC art and architecture. Okay, culture of IVC we don't know, but little bit we have an idea about culture of IVC, that also we will discuss. Okay, so generally if I talk about the IVC or Harappan civilization or Indus Valley civilization, okay, majority of the time UPSC cover the town planning, okay, or what I can say that architectural part of Harappan civilization or town planning. It is very, very important, not only for UPSC point of view, any competitive exam point of view. Okay, this Harappan architecture is very, very important, especially the town planning. Okay, so in Harappan we have a different segment of architecture, like we have a town planning, then we have a arts related to what you call terracotta toys, bronze sculptures are there, potteries are there. Okay, so that is also a part of art and architecture of IVC, Indus Valley civilization. Okay, now we will discuss about architecture of IVC, Indus Valley civilization first. Okay, so if I talk about the IVC, especially the town planning, I hope you know that Harappan civilization is urban civilization, and Harappan civilization was contemporary to the Chinese civilization as well as the Mesopotamian and Egypt civilization. Okay, so might be you heard about Egyptian pyramids. Okay, but in the IVC, it doesn't have any huge structures or architecture like Egyptian pyramids. They have buildings which are not up to great heights. Okay, and apart from that, if we compare the IVC with the Egypt, Egyptian, they are having what do you call huge in the architectural buildings like pyramid, and in the IVC, Indus Valley civilization, their buildings are not much what do you call height, but the city has been well planned. Okay, we will discuss citadel. Citadel, it is a terminology which we used to describe the cities of Indus Valley civilization or a Harappan civilization. Okay. So if I talk about the town planning of Harappan civilization, most of the towns are there, right? Most of the towns, they are constructed in such a way that it's look like a rectangular grid pattern. Okay, rectangular grid pattern. I'll discuss how it does it look like. So let me show you. See, okay, most of the towns of Harappan civilization, it look like this. Here, if you observe, this is the western part, and here, if you observe, this is the eastern part of the city, right? Here, if you observe, western part is a little bit constructed in a upward area or hilly area compared to the eastern part. And here, if you observe, western part of the city is having more number of buildings when compared to the eastern part. Can you able to see in the screen? Right, picture. It's okay, you can ask the doubt. Forget about the recording. Okay, but understand clearly. That is very, very important for us. Okay, regarding art and culture, because town planning is very important for IBC, for UPSC point of view, GS paper. Okay, so here if you observe, eastern part of the city, it is having a lower elevation compared to the western part. Then apart from that, eastern part of the city, it is having less buildings when compared to the western part. Okay, so that is there. Here if you observe, it is little bit a higher elevation, and here it is little bit a lower elevation. That is called citadel. That is called what? Citadel. And this whole city were constructed in a rectangular grid pattern. For example, it is like that. See, for example, this is whole city. Okay, and here it's like a grid pattern. Every roads are there, right? Each and every roads in the IVC town, they cut with each other with a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. From here, if you go, the road will cut with a right angle triangle. If you go from here and to here, the road will cut with a right angle triangle. Okay, so if we see aerial view of this town, it's look like a rectangular grid pattern city. Got it? And I hope you understand what is the meaning of citadel. Okay, this is one of the features of IBC town planning. Okay, so check here. The cities are laid out in a rectangular grid pattern. Okay, then the road runs from north to south direction and east to west direction. North to south direction as well as the east to west direction, and cut each other with right angle triangle. Just now I have shown in the picture. That is it. Then apart from that, if I talk about the buildings or architecture of IBC civilization, mainly there are three types of buildings. Mainly there are three types of buildings. What are those? Dwelling houses where people used to live. Then we have a public buildings, okay, which were for administrative purpose. And we have a public baths. So these are the three types of buildings which were found during the excavation of Harappan civilization. Okay, and regarding Harappan civilization, they use burnt mud bricks for construction of these buildings. Okay, burnt mud bricks or sun-dried, sorry, not sun-dried, burnt mud bricks. Sun-dried bricks were used by the Egyptian people. That is the difference between Egypt civilization and Harappan civilization. Okay, Harappan civilization, they use the burnt bricks, and Egyptian civilization, they use the baked bricks. Okay, so that is there, and the dimension of these bricks are uniform throughout all the sites. It is a uniform, that means same size. It maintains a standard size. Okay, so that is there, and they use gypsum mortar for cementing. They put one big brick and they'll put another brick, right? To join these two brick, they required certain what do you call element, no? So that it can be stick together. So for that purpose, for cementing purpose, they use gypsum mortar as a cementing agent. Okay, so that is there. Next, then as I mentioned earlier, whole city were divided into two parts, right? That is uprise citadel and the lower part of the city. Mostly that upper part is in the western side and lower part it is in the eastern side. Okay, western part, that is uprise or higher elevation part, there they are having the what do you call administrative buildings, granaries, okay, and halls and courtyard that we can find. In short, public buildings, administrative buildings that we can find in the western side of the city, which is in the higher elevation, and lower side, which is in the eastern side of the city. There we can find the dwelling houses. That means houses where people live. Okay, or according to some historians, okay, they come to a conclusion that okay, in IBC town plans, eastern side, okay, which is in the lower elevation, their labor class used to live. Labor class used to live or working class used to live, and in the higher elevation, authorities were used to live. Along with the public buildings are there. Okay, public buildings, granaries are there, courtyard is there, and what you call halls, big halls were also constructed. Along with that, the house of the authoritative. Till now, we didn't get any clarification about the political scenario of IVC people. We don't know either it was a monarch or either it was a republic. Okay, but in some books it is mentioned that it was ruled by the traders or group of traders. Okay, so those people, higher authorities or powerful people or traders, they used to live in the western part of the city, which is Uprise Citadel. Got it? Understood everyone? Okay. And here in Harappa, compared to Egypt, Egypt they are having huge architecture. Okay. Like we have Egyptian pyramids are there. Apart from the temples were also found in the Egyptian civilization. But in Harappan civilization, there is no such huge architecture buildings or any architecture remains has been found, as I mentioned earlier. Okay. And granaries were also found, especially the western part, citadel, in citadel region of a city. Granaries, I hope granaries, where the grains can be stored. It is a place where grains can be stored. So that is granaries. So most of the granaries are constructed in a rectangular shape. Most of the granaries are constructed in a rectangular shape. And those granaries is having the air duct, like this we have, air duct. So air can be passed. So most of the granaries are, they are having the air duct. And apart from that, in that granaries, they have a circular high-raised platform. In those granaries, they have circular high-raised platform. Platforms will be there, high-raised platform. On that platform, they will store the, or they will put the grains. Okay, so that those grains can be prevented from the insects. Your understanding? Why there is a high-raised platform means grains are there, na? Okay, grains which are attracted towards the insects. Okay, so generally, if there is a high-raised platform, it is difficult for the insect to climb such a high region. For insects, for us it is very small, but think from the insect point of view, or ants, they should not destroy the crop or grains. So that is the reason why high-raised platform was there in the granaries. Understood? Okay. Then next, apart from buildings, baths. Okay, there are in and around 1400 Harappan sites are there in India as well as Pakistan. Around 1400. Recently excavations has been conducted. So it can be a more than 1400 also. So in that 1400, nearly 800 sites are there in India and 600 sites are there in Pakistan. Okay, and in almost big cities or big what do you call urban centers of IVC, like Harappan, what do you call Mohenjo-daro is there, and this one Lothal is there. Okay, Dholavira is there. So major cities are there, right? Major towns of IVC civilization. There they have found the public baths. There they have found public bath, and this public bath were also located in the citadel site of the city. Public baths. So generally, what is the purpose of this public bath? So many historians, they made a conclusion that this public bath might be useful for spiritual purpose. Means there is a particular time in the year, one time or two time, thrice, okay, three or four times, no clarity. For example, the Kumbh Mela you might be heard, right? So all people will be gathered on a particular day and took a spiritual bath. In the same way, historians made a conclusion that okay, the people on a particular date, specified date at a specified place, they will come and take the spiritual bath in this baths. Got it? So that is the purpose of this bath. And here in this baths are there, right? They have the galleries. Galleries are there around that bath. They have corridor also, and rooms are also there in the surroundings of that bath for changing room. Changing purpose, changing room are also there. Corridor is also there. Apart from that, surroundings of the bath, it is having the well, so that from that well they can fill the water, and they have good drainage system also, so that if the water becomes dirty, that water can be drained. Like swimming pool you have seen, right? Same like that. Okay, so this is a feature of bath. And among all, there is a one great bath, which is located in the Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro is one of the Harappan site, which is there in Pakistan. It is not in India, it is in Pakistan, Mohenjo-daro. Okay, see, this is that great bath. You see in the picture, right? So it's look like a swimming pool, modern time swimming pool, right? And it is having a steps here also, as well as here also it is having a steps, and the direction of the step is north and south direction. And here you can see surroundings, corridor is there, and here surroundings you can find the rooms. Those are considered as a changing rooms they have. Okay, and at the bottom of this bath they use the bitumus. It is a what do you call blue agent, which not allow water, okay, which not allow water to seep into that bottom of the bath. If you put water on the side, it will absorb, right? Here also bricks are there. These baths are made up of bricks. If you put water on the bricks also, it will absorb the water, right? To avoid that thing, or to prevent that thing, they use a bitumus, some chemical agent, so that water will not be absorbed by those bricks. Got it? So this is about the great bath. Where it was found? Are you sure? Okay. Then next. Now we discuss about the upraised high platform citadel or western part of the town. Now we will discuss about the eastern part of the town. Okay, which is in a lower elevation. So in the eastern part of the town, which are where in the lower elevation, they have found the houses. Okay, but the size of houses is very small compared to the western side, big buildings. Okay, so not huge houses or huge constructions are not there in the eastern side of that city, because as I mentioned, according to the historians, right, those eastern side small houses can be used for the working class or labor class. Okay, so those houses were there. So generally, In the lower part of the city, they have houses, small in size. Okay, individual houses are there. Some of the houses, they found the steps also. They found the step. That means there is a possibility of double story building. There is a possibility of double story building. That is it. Each and every house, each and every private house, they have well. They have well. Okay. They have well, and that well is well connected to the bathrooms. They have separate bathrooms also. In that bathrooms, tiles were also there. Tiles were also there in the bathroom. Okay. And apart from that, the houses were in a square shape. The shape of the houses were generally square shape with one or multiple rooms, one, two or more than two rooms that were also there. And every house it is having a open courtyard. Open courtyard also present in that each and every house. And each and every house is having a well connected drainage system. Well connected drainage system. Okay, that is also there. So every house drainage system is connected to the street drainage system. That street drainage system is connected to the city road drainage system. And all the city road drainage system is connected, and the drainage is there, huh? That will be connected to the outside of the city. So that whatever the waste are there, right, that will be thrown outside of the city. Got it? So IVC people are very famous for his drainage system. And in some sites, they also find the street lights. Street lights also were found. They have some pillars, okay, which is made of wood. And in that wood they have, in that pillar they have some signs also. So might be direction for the place. Now we have signboard, right? So like that it is there. I hope you know that the script of Harappan city is not deciphered till now. It is not decoded. Okay, but some letters were found in the board, and they use lamp for street light. So that were also present in those city. They were very well advanced. They have advanced drainage system. They have advanced what you call architectural system, and city were what you call not congested. It is an open space. Okay, and they were very keen about the hygiene. They were very keen about hygiene. That is also there. Got it? So then the next, as I mentioned, small drains are connected to large drain, right? Each and every individual house is connected to the street drain connected to the road drain. So that is also there, and regular cleaning is also there. Manholes, might be have seen the manholes, right? At a regular intervals in the drainage system, they have manholes also. So that if there is a blockage, then they can clean it. Cesspit were also present. Okay, they have found during excavation, they have found even the cesspit also at regular interval. So that wastage can be stored at one particular place. Later it can be disposed. That is cesspit. I hope you know cesspit. That were also present in those town. Okay, and as I mentioned, they are very much keen about the hygiene, whether it is a personal hygiene or a public hygiene. So this is about town plannings of Harappa, right? So generally, if I talk about the architecture of Harappans, we have town planning only. In the town planning, we have what do you call these buildings, granaries, bath, okay, and this lower part of the city, okay, which is eastern part generally, which is occupied by the labor class or working class. Okay. Now, art, art of Harappas. We discuss architecture. Now we will discuss art during Harappan civilization. Okay. So if I talk about the arts during the Harappan civilization, we can talk about seals, Harappan seals. We can talk about terracotta toys that is also there, and bronze sculptures. Okay, even pottery also. So now we will discuss one by one. Seals. Let me show you the seals, then we will discuss about the seals. See, this is an example of Harappan seals. Okay, small seals are there like this. Small seals are there. Okay. So archaeologists during excavation, they found large number of seals in Harappan sites, Harappan civilization sites. Large number of seals. Okay. So those seals are made up of even metal also, as well as the stone also. Metal also as well as the stone also. Those seals. Okay. And the shape of the seals. Some of the seals are rectangular in shape. Some of the seals are square in shape. Two types of seals. Actually, three types of seals were found in Harappan sites. Okay. Rectangular shape, square shape, and cylindrical shape. But cylindrical shape seals belongs to the Mesopotamian civilization. Cylindrical seals belongs to Mesopotamian civilization. Okay. In the Harappan site. So with by this, archaeologists made a conclusion or historians made a conclusion that there was a trade relationship between the Mesopotamian as well as the IBC people, and they use seals for trading purpose. Got it? Okay, so three types of seals were found. One is rectangular, one is square, and another is cylindrical shape. Okay. So cylindrical shape seals belongs to Mesopotamian civilization. Harappan civilization, they have two types of seals only. One is rectangular and one is square. Okay. So that is there. So sizes are different. Sizes are different sizes, different shapes. Sometimes triangular seals were also found. Triangular and circular seals were also found in Harappan civilization, but very less in number compared to rectangular or square. Okay, compared to rectangular as well as a square. And seals, as I mentioned earlier, seals were made up of both metal as well as the stone. Steatite. Steatite, it is a stone. Actually, it is a soft stones which is found in the river beds. Pebbles, you have seen in the pebbles, the aquarium. In aquarium pebbles, that stone is there, the steatite. That is a soft stone. Okay. So majority of the seals were made upon of steatite stone. Then apart from the stone, seals were also made up of other stones, like we have a sorry, other metals also, like we have copper, gold, okay, ivory is also there, and other what do you call shade, yet agate, these are stones that were also found. But remember, iron was not found in IBC. Iron, this is very important point. Okay, iron was not known to IBC people. So any seal which is made up of iron is not at all found. Not only any seal, anything which is made up of iron, it is not found in IBC. That means iron was unknown to IBC people. Right? Okay. So seals were made up of, majority of the seals were made up of steatite. Other metals are also used. Okay. Except what? Iron. Iron was not used for making of seals. Okay. Now seals, if I talk about the seals, uh, on the seals, okay, two sides are there. Na? Okay. One side it is having a any, what do you call, impression of any animals. Impression of any animals. Okay. And another side it is having a script. That script is also pictographic script. Pictographic script. That means the word which is there in the picture form, in the art form. Now we have emojis, right? Rather than using the English word, we use emojis. Other person can understand. So in the same way, the script which were inscribed in the Harappan seals, that were having a pictographic script. That script, it is not decoded till now. Till now that script is not decoded. Understood? Okay. And that script is there, right? So mostly that is a bidirectional script. That means that script started from right to left. English, it is started from left to right. Then second line also left to right. Third line also left to right. Okay, that is an English or Devanagari script, Roman script. Even the Dravidian script is also like that. But that pictographic script which were found on the seals of Harappan civilization, okay, it is totally different. It is a bidirectional script. First line it is start from right to left. Second line again from left to right. Then third line right to left. In that way, script were mentioned in those seals. Got it? So one side of the seals we have an animal impression. Another side of the seals we have a pictographic script. Pictographic script. There are certain seals, okay, where on the third side of the seals, they found the inscriptions. They found inscriptions even in the third side of the seals. Okay, and animals which were present in the seals. We have what do you call unicorn, humpback, rhinoceros, tiger, elephant, buffalo, bison, goat, marker, ibex, crocodile, etc. But what we need to remember, unicorn. Unicorn is the animal which is found on the majority of the seals. Unicorn is the animal which is found on the majority of the seals. And cow is an animal which is not at all found in the seals of Harappans. Cow is not at all found. That means cow is also unknown to the IBC people. Iron is also unknown to the IBC people. You are understanding, right? Historians, they didn't find any cow animal on the seals of Harappan civilization. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, this seals, one side it is having animal impression or a human impression also sometimes. Another side it is having the inscription. Or there are certain seals where both the side it is having the inscriptions. Pictographic script we discussed, right? That were found in some of the, but majority of the seals, one side animal or human inscription, this one impression, and another side it is a inscriptions. Okay, got it? See, this is an example of seals, Harappan seals. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of making the seals or uses of seals by those IBC people? So, those seals were used for two purposes mainly. Mainly two purposes. One for commercial purpose and another for communication purpose. One for commercial purpose. In what way we can say that that is a commercial purpose? Harappan seals found in the Mesopotamian sites. Okay, and Mesopotamian seals are found in the Harappan site. That means they used to trade with seals. That is there, and for trademark and for seizing the goods, for that purpose also they use the seals. Some seals they have also found on dead bodies. Dead bodies, amulets. You know amulets. Here we will tie one thing. So seals were also used for the amulets purpose also. Okay, it can be for identification purpose or it can be for spiritual purpose. Possibility is there. Okay, for that purpose also seals were used. Some seals they found, okay, in the some seals they found what do you call this one, swastik is there, right? Okay, some seals they found swastik, and some mathematical symbols were also found in some seals. Topaz, circular, triangle, that symbols were also found in some seals. So historians made a conclusion that seals can be used for the educational purpose, okay, and seals can be used for the spiritual purpose because of amulets that is there, and seals were used for the even trade, commercial purpose, and some of the seals swastik symbol were also found. Okay, your understanding clear? Okay. The next important seal, important seal, that is Pashupatinath seal. Pashupatinath seal. Okay, here you can check. Right. So this is a Pashupatinath seal. Check here. If I give the description of this seal, here if you observe, there is a human figure. There is a human figure. So historians denoted this figure as a Pashupatinath, Proto Shiva, or the god of beast, Pashupatinath. Okay, so this is that figure who is sitting in a yoga posture, cross leg yoga posture. Can you able to see? That is there, and wear the three-horn headgear. Headgear will be there, no? That one. It is having three-horn headgear. Okay, that is there. Below that there are two deers. Below that there are two deers. Left side, right side, two animals are there. Two animals are there. This side two animal, that side two animals are there. In that scene, you just check. Where it is? Here you can check elephant, tiger. It is on the left side. Okay, elephant and tiger you can see in the left side. Rhino and bull you can see in the right side. Remember, lion is not present in this Pashupatinath scene. They already asked question in prelims exam. Which of the animal is not present on Pashupatinath scene? Okay, so that is lion. Got it? Tiger is present, no? Yeah. This is elephant, this is tiger, that is rhino, that is bull. Okay, bull is a sacred animal for IVC people. Like cow is sacred animal for this Vedic people, right? So the same way, bull was sacred animal for IVC people. Okay, they were animal worshipper also. They worship nature, trees, animals, birds like dove, like that. For them, they used to worship. That we can find on the art of the IVC people. Understood? Seals. Then we have bronze. Bronze is not a metal, it is an alloy. Right? Alloy is nothing but it is a combination of two or more than two metal. So bronze is a combination of copper and tin. Copper as well as tin, bronze. Then IVC civilization is also called as bronze civilization. IVC civilization is also called as bronze civilization. Okay, the reason is that lot of bronze sculptures were found in IVC sites. Lot of bronze sculptures were found in IVC site. That is the reason why IVC civilization is also called as bronze civilization. Okay, so we will discuss about the bronze, what do you call, figures. How they made. So there is one technique. The technique, it is called lost wax technique. How those bronze figures were made. Okay, so there is a technique behind it. The technique name is lost wax technique, or it is also called as Serapiade. So what is the technique? First of all, sculpture is there, right? That is made up of a wax-like metal. Okay, so that sculpture is made up of a wax-like structure. Okay, then clay is there, na? Mud or clay, right? Wet mud or clay that will apply to that wax-like structure and put it on the sun for dry. Once it is dry, they make one hole. They make one hole. Through that hole, they will pass the heat. So through that heat, that wax-like substance is there, right? That will melt and come out. Okay. Then through that hole only, they used to pour that bronze, which is highly liquidated. Okay. Semi-solid we can say that they will pour. Okay. And once it is solidified, they will remove the mud. Mud will also dry because of heat. Okay. Because of heat of that molten bronze. So mud will also dry. They will remove the layer of the mud. And sculpture will appear. You understood? So that technique is nothing but last wax technique or sirepede technique. Got it? This technique still people use this technique across the country, and globally also this technique is in use now also present time. Okay, so example of this bronze sculpture, that is bronze dancing girl of Mohenjo-daro. Bronze dancing girl of Mohenjo-daro. Okay, actually I'll show you. See, this is dancing girl. Bronze dancing girl. Okay, this is found in the Mohenjo-daro. At present, it is not there in India. It is in Pakistan. And the height of this sculpture is 2 inch. 2 inch. It is not more than that. Oh, 2 inch only. In picture, it is very big. Reality, it is just 2 inch only. Okay. So see that art of IVC people. Right. But here, if you observe, this bronze sculpture is there, right? This is called nude dancing girl bronze sculpture, which is found in the Mohenjo-daro, right? And here, this girl is standing on the Tribhanga posture. Tribhanga posture means body with three bend. Tribhanga posture is nothing but body with three bend. So she is standing on the Tribhanga posture, and her right hand in the hips. Okay. And what she wore in the left hand? Bangles. Right hand, amulets and bracelet she wore. That is the description of this nude dancing girl of bronze. So this is the oldest bronze sculpture in the world. Okay. So this is found in Mohenjo-daro. Got it? Everyone? Okay. Then terracotta. Terracotta toys. Lot of terracotta toys were found in many sites of Indus Valley civilization. Terracotta toys. So what is terracotta toys or terracotta? Terracotta is nothing but it is referred to the clay, which is fire baked clay. You have seen the potters are there. They have clay. They put it in the kiln for fire baked. That only. That terracotta is referred as a fire baked clay, which is used for making sculptures. Okay, terracotta, it is considered as a fire baked clay which is used for making sculptures. Okay, now also we have the Calcutta, Andhra Pradesh also it is very famous. This terracotta toys are there still. Still this technique is exists. Okay. Now terracotta toys are there, right? Compared to bronze sculptures, terracotta toys are less in number. Terracotta toys are less in number. Bronze sculptures are more in number. They are in abundance. That is the reason why we said the IVC civilization is also called as bronze civilization, because lot of bronze sculptures were found. Okay. And here compared to this bronze sculpture, terracotta toys were very less. And regarding the shape, okay, and form, it is rigid. It is not smooth. And it is not perfect also. Rigid only. It is highly rigid. Okay. And how they made that toys, terracotta toys were made up of a pinching method. Pinching method, they will take the terracotta clay and through this method they will make a shape to it. In the, what do you call, our childhood days, we will take one dough. We used to take dough and we will create some structure, right? Creature, like that pinching method. So these toys were made up through the pinching method. Okay, and most probably this were found in the Gujarat as well as the Kajimangan sites. Kajimangan, it is in Rajasthan. Okay, so that is there. Example, we have a mother goddess, mask deity, and other toys. Toys like yeah, bullock cut is there, no? Bullock cut. Bullock cut toys were also found, which is made up of a terracotta. But majority of the terracotta toys of mother goddess were found. Mother goddess, terracotta found abundance. That is the reason why historians made a conclusion that IVC people were the matriarchal society, mother dominant society. Now we have a patriarchal society, right? But IVC, they are having matriarchal society. That means mother was the head of the family. Okay. Till now, in some part of Kerala, they follow this pattern, matriarchal society. Some part of the Kerala, okay, if a boy marry, he need to go to his in-law house. Not girl will come to her in-law house. Okay, still that culture exists. In Kerala, it is exist. So that society. So historians made a conclusion that by seeing that abundance of this terracotta, mother goddess terracotta toys, they made a conclusion that that society might be a matriarchal society rather than patriarchal, like a present time also and Vedic time also. Got it? So that is there. And they worship the mother goddess also. They also made a conclusion that this IVC people, they worship the mother goddess. What is the name and all those things? Till now it has not been decoded. Okay, but lot of terracotta toys of mother goddess were found. And in some site also, terracotta toys of mother goddess. In front of her, one man is sacrificing an animal to her. That terracotta toys were also found. Apart from that, in some sites, mother goddess from her womb. Okay, these trees are coming, so that indicate the fertility. Okay, so these people also worship the mother goddess in the form of fertility also. Got it? So that is it. The next, see, example of terracotta toys. This is mother goddess terracotta toy. Here, if you observe, see the face. It is not a fine art, right? Rigid shape is there. Form also not a good form. You can check, right? She wore a feather headgear. That is there. Apart from that, she wore a lion cloth. Lion, Loin, not Lion. She wore a lion cloth. Lion cloth means the cloth which we wore below our belly button. So she wore a lion cloth, and here girdle is there. Girdle. You know, in Hindi we call kamarband, that girls they wear that she wore the girdle, and through her breast you can find there is a huge necklace. Okay, so this is the description of mother goddess terracotta toys. Okay, so this kind of toys, mother goddess toys, were found abundant in IVC places. That is the reason why historians make a conclusion that they worship the mother goddess a lot. They worship Pashupatinath also. How? Pashupatinath Singh. Okay. Anyway, then apart from this, they also found, see, bearded priest. Check. Bearded priest. See, perfect, what do you call, beard shape is there, na? Nowadays people. Huh? Uh, Perfect beard shape. Half eyes are clothed, and he wore a shawl. Design is also there in the shawl. You check. Okay, so that is also an example of terracotta. Okay, apart from that, there are also certain figures, sculptures, which is made up of a red sandstone. Which is made up of what? Red sandstones, like male torso. It is found in Harappa. Male torso. This is male torso. Without legs and without what you call hands. and this is made up of red sandstone. Here if you observe, there is a socket. Socket is also present. That means there was a technique that they can join the hands and legs also. Nowadays you have seen the plastic sockets will be there, they can join, but that was made up of stone. Okay, that much advanced those people are regarding their sculptures. Okay, so bronze sculptures were also found, terracotta sculptures were also found, even stones also, no? Red sandstones, that sculptures were also found, and seals, that is also there. Then pottery. Pottery. Okay. So regarding the pottery, there are two kinds of pottery which is found in the IVC site. One is plain pottery and another is painted pottery. Plain pottery as well as painted pottery. Okay. Plain pottery, it doesn't have any color. Okay. Painted pottery, again we have a two types. Okay. We have a dual color pottery, which is also called as red and black pottery. In painted pottery, again we have a two types, dual color, red and black potteries were also found. Majority of the potteries which were found in IVC sites are red and black pottery. Red and black pottery means background color of the pottery, that was red color, and black color were used to draw the pattern or design of the pottery. Understood? In the pottery, first whole pottery will be colored with a red color. Then to make a design, art in that, they use the black color. So that is the reason why it is called red and black pottery. Okay, remember this, red and black pottery. In some site, they found even the multicolor pottery also. Multicolor pottery. Okay, that also they have found. So what are the designs which are found in the pottery? Okay, those designs were made up of black color on the red background on potteries. So trees are there, birds, animal figures, and some geometrical patterns are there, and some recurring themes of the paintings. Okay, that were found in the potteries. Which pottery? Red and black pottery. Understood? There are two types of pottery, plain and color. Then in color also two types, multicolor separate and dual color. In dual color we have a red and black. Red were used for the background, black for the drawing purpose. Got it? Okay. So potteries were also made up. Either it was a handmade or wheel-made. In short, the potteries of the Harappas were made with the hands as well as the wheel-made. Okay, but wheel-made potteries were more in number compared to the handmade. Wheel-made potteries were more in number, and some of polychrome pottery, polychrome, multicolor, multi-designing will be there, right? Okay, multicolor, multi-designing means, one side we have one part we have bird, another part we have certain geometrical what you call diagram, then another part bird will be there like that. You have seen the below bridge paintings, you have seen written like that. So that is polychrome pottery. Okay, now what was the purpose of pottery? So generally there are three purposes of pottery. What are those purpose? Plain pottery, colorless potteries are there, right? Then that they use for storing the grains. For storing grains that they use. Plain pottery. Colorful potteries are there, right? Colorful potteries, okay, especially the miniature potteries, 1 inch, half inch, okay, or 5 inch. Those potteries were also found. Colorful potteries. Those they use for decoration purpose. Those they use for what? Decoration purpose. And some potteries are there, okay, which are perforated. I'll show you. See, perforated potteries. So some potteries are there which is having a big hole at the bottom and small hole at the side of those pottery. So those potteries were also found in the Harappan site. So the use of this pottery is to filter the alcohol. Hey, Bahubali, one movie, you have seen that? In that movie, one song is there. Na? In that song, Rajamouli was there. So he filtered the alcohol na, by using that pottery. Okay, got it. So these are the uses, three main uses of pottery. Plain pottery used for storage of grains, colorful for decorative purpose, perforated pottery for filtering the alcohol. So this is about potteries. The next, ornaments. IVC people were highly fashionable people. Okay, men as well as the women. Okay, they were very stylish, very stylish. Men, they wear what do you call finger rings, necklaces also they wear, earrings also they used to wear. Not only women. Okay, even men also used to wear that earrings are there, finger rings are there, even necklace also that they used to wear. Nose ring, there is no such evidence actually. For men, not women. Women's as well, nose rings are there, earrings are there. They have bracelets, bangles, anklets, girdle. That were also there for women's. For men, I am talking about. Okay. They use perfumes also. They use shampoo also. Okay, that also they use. And for makeup, they use sindoor. They call what called in English we called what is it? I forgot that English name of sindoor. You know sindoor, right? That they use for makeup. Vermicelli, right? Vermicelli. That is the English name. No, vermicelli is a food, right? Uh, I think vermilion. Vermilion. I think we call vermilion. They use vermilion for the makeup. Both men and women, they used to do the makeup. Okay, that is there. And see, these girdles are there, anklets are there, right? They use only by the women's. Beads, you know beads. Beads are there. Beads were also. There are a lot of bead factories were there in Chandu Dharo, Lothal. That one. In Chandu Dharo, Lothal, there were a lot of bead factories. So beads were made up of the stones. Stones like we have the carnelian, amethyst, quartz, steatite, etc. So these are the stones are used for making the beads. Fabric also there. So generally they use cotton and wool. Okay, for fabric, there is no difference between poor and rich. They use cotton and wool, which were spun by the both poor as well as the rich. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, those people were highly fashionable, right? So they have long hair, both men and women, stylish beard, okay, and stylish clothes for appearance. Got it? And they made the ornaments also. Ornaments are also there. So those ornaments are made up of gold, silver. Okay, terracotta ornaments were also found. Apart from that, some ornaments which are made up of bones. Bones. That ornaments were also found in IVC. Okay, so this is about the art and architecture of IVC. What we discuss in architecture, we discuss about the town planning. In that one, we discuss about the structure of the town, how it is, great bath, granaries we discuss, drainage system we discuss. Then in arts, we discuss about the seal, then bronze sculpture, then terracotta toys, then potteries we discuss, then ornaments. Okay, understood? Any doubt? Okay, super. Then in next class we'll continue. Next class we'll discuss about Mauryan's architecture. Okay? Okay. What is it? How to think of? Yes.